Representative Blust, I'll take your challenge. Find one reason why I'm voting against this budget. I'll turn it back around to you. Find one person who stood up today and explained to us why the governor's office is taking a 20% cut and why the attorney general's office is taking a 40% cut. $10 million from a $27 million budget. Wasn't in the House budget, wasn't in the Senate budget. Find me one person who stood up today and argued for it. I'd like to ask a question and put people on the spot, but I'm not going to do that. We all know the answer to that question. These people defend criminal cases, state agencies, boards, and commissions. They're not partisan or patronage hires. What's the staff going to do without them? We asked the staff yesterday in our 3.5-hour meeting. Nobody knows. They are just casualties in the partisan conflict. Reason why I'm on appropriations this year, I am not on JPS appropriations. I got off. Couldn't stand coming to committee meetings every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 8:30 and hearing the presentations. And then the budget showed up one day. It was nothing that we had talked about. Do you think this cut was ever talked about this year in any committee meeting? Anybody debate it, talk about the Attorney General's staffing needs, anything about that? How it would affect them long term? Nobody on this floor can honestly answer that question. And yet you don't recognize that's a problem. So I don't have to hunt very hard, Representative Blust, to find one. I found it really easy. And for all you who are going to tell me, I know what the answer is. I hear it every year. Oh, that was the Senate's idea. Well, every one of you is going to vote green today. So it may have been the Senate's idea, but you're endorsing it. These people are getting laid off, losing their jobs. They're not getting a tax cut. They're going to enter the worst unemployment system in the nation for laid off workers. Maybe they can move, maybe they can't. And I know I'm just tired. I hope this is a stunt you plan to fix in technical corrections. I hope that's the plan. I'm afraid it's not. I'm afraid the technical correction bill will be just filled with more pork. My constituents, unfortunately, are going to be left out of that because no amount of pork would get me to vote for something so insidious as those cuts. The 20% to the governor's office and the 40% to the Attorney General's office of North Carolina just because of partisan politics. Not one person will stand up and tell me that if Buck Newton had won that race, you'd be doing this. That's a shame. Shame on all of you. It's not defensible.